stay with the theme. If schools are not being broken into or vandalized, pupils simply pack up their bags and drop out. This is the devastating impact the coronavirus is making on the education sector. But what does this mean for the future? We will see a generation unable to fend for itself, find work, or support themselves because of this. Will we? That is the question. eNCA's Ronald Masinda is at Kulani Secondary School in Langa Township in Cape Town. Let's go live now to him and find out what the situation is. So paint a picture for us then, Ronald, you know, what the story is that comes out around the impact. I see the grass is overgrown there, and it sort of is a telltale sign of not much activity happens in an area when it's that overgrown. But when we are talking about the futures of young people, we have reason to worry.
Yes, indeed. And one of the biggest concerns at this stage to us at Kulani Secondary School is the issue of vaccinations. Speaking to the principal earlier, he sort of mentioned that out of the 21 teachers, 19 got vaccinated, only 2 are yet to be vaccinated, which is a promising sign. But the main issue is out of over the 80 matriculants, none of which have been vaccinated at this stage. And now for more on this and other issues at the school, we are joined by the school principal. Tata, thank you so much for your time. I think when we talk about the issue of vaccination, it is important, and especially with matric exams just around the corner. Why do you think matriculants are reluctant to take the vaccine?
The apathy that I see in terms of the uptake for the vaccine, I think it emanates also from the conspiracy theories that are roaming around in the location, the issues of side effects, and also that mentality that it's not going to affect me. It's scary. It's scary because I also had a grandson who's doing grade 11 who had COVID. I tried to convince our learners that you are not safe up until you are vaccinated, but still there's serious apathy when it comes to the uptake of COVID.
Is it then time to maybe also engage with parents, try to convince them to also encourage the kids to take the vaccine?
We'll certainly explore that one. It didn't cross our minds, given the fact that we were of the opinion also that the parents themselves, if we do send a notice that learners can come and vaccinate, they will also assist us in terms of trying to persuade them to take up the opportunity to vaccinate. But seemingly, even the parents themselves, there's kind of a legislature initiative from their own side.
Mr. Busika, before you head off to your meeting, we also touch on the other challenges faced at your school. We've spoken about the issues of infrastructure. We do see that the grass is quite long. So it also emanates from issues of a lack of maintenance at the school. We also know that the school has been broken into several times. Talk us through what has been done since then.
When it comes to issues of break-ins, I think relatively we have resolved that problem, because what we have done, we've used funds that we have been allocated to reinforce with the CCTV cameras in strategic angles. And also what we picked up, some of the break-in, in fact the recent one that we had was kind of done by minors, 9, 10-year-olds that came into this school because they were hunting pigeons. That became scary to us, and we brought that to the attention of the captain, because the wall that they climbed is so high they can lose their lives in the absence of anyone here at the school. We brought in the parents, and also we took them also to the site that is the entry point, and showed them the danger that they expose themselves. Right. So in essence, in terms of safety, we're covered.
All right, Mr. Busika, thank you so much indeed for your time. You can head off to your meeting, sir. Okay. Well, that is the situation to us, not only at the school, but also in other schools on the Cape Flats. We went to a school in Mitchell's Plain, Beacon Hill Secondary School, and the principal there was telling us about the challenges of absenteeism, where during the pandemic, many learners or many pupils have decided not to go to school. Some saying they have challenges over fees. Others, an issue that we will possibly also speak to the MEC of Education in our next crossing, the issue of teenage pregnancies. That seems to be an issue that is on the rise at schools, especially on the Cape Flats.
All right, thank you for that. That's eNCA's Ronald Masinda out in Langa Township. It's just a picture that makes up the bigger whole, right? The mosaic of what the situation is looking like, the bigger puzzle. You get these pieces as our reporters are giving you a sense of the impact of COVID-19 and the lockdown on schooling. In fact,